Hey everyone, Dark here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some Ark Mobile and I'm going to show you guys how to run the cave in the south. That is the Hunter Artifact of the Hunter. This cave is probably the best cave for early game. It's great for experience in the early game, which I'll link a video I've made up above for that. Also, it's great for soothing bombs. You can get soothing bombs super quick and super easily. You literally need no gear to run this cave. And if you look, it's right in the dead center, in the middle of the dead center at the very bottom of the map, right in the little valley. When you're looking for it. And it's also a great cave to get blueprints for hide gear, as well as picks and hatchets, as well as a fishing rod, which again, I will put another link to a different video I've made on fishing, which by the way guys, you should start fishing. Anyways, let me show you guys how to run this cave. It's super easy. You just speed run it. The very beginning of it, you're going to go all the way down. Just keep following the path down until you get to a T, a fork in the road. And now since we are just speed running the cave, make sure you guys don't have any gear on you, nothing of any value, and make sure you put some sleeping bags out in front of the cave at the entrance. And that way, in case you do die, in case something does happen, which it'll happen on occasion, but it's pretty easy to get good at this cave. But that way, you know, you cover your butt in case you die in here. So once you get to this fork, you're gonna turn left. Okay, when you go left, you're eventually gonna go down into this large open area, and you're gonna want to go left again and jump over the edge. And as you saw, I am in single player. Just want to make sure I didn't have any of the God console turned on, so this was a completely realistic run through. So this is the large room. You're going to swing left and just go right over this little cliff, and this is where the creatures start to show up. You just run straight until you go under this little pathway that you have to crouch down. You'll automatically crouch. You do not have to press any buttons to do that. This is the artifact room. You want to grab that artifact as quickly as possible. In some cases, the creatures will actually surround you, and you kind of just want to play merry-go-round. You just want to run in circles until you can kind of get them distance away enough so that you can grab the artifact. It's not hard to do, I promise. It might take you one time to practice it, but you can do it. Once you get it, you run out, you follow this pathway all the way up. You pretty much want to follow to the right, kind of, is essentially the way to look at it, but as long as your path is going up, you should be fine. This cave is so big that it's easy to run around the creatures and whatnot. Every now and then, as you saw there, I did get webbed. Every now and then you might get a little stuck and get webbed by a spider. That will slow you down. Just, you know, be aware of it. Try not to get hit. If you do, you can always bring some stim berries. Like I said, every now and then when you're speed running a cave, you might die. It might happen. That's just a part of speed running. But the concept's pretty simple. You can get good at this cave pretty easily because it is so big and it's easy to avoid the creatures. Now, while we do run back up to the top, I do want to talk about two things that is also really good for this cave that is totally separate from the artifact attributing it. Number one, that's arthropluras. This cave is fantastic for taming arthropluras. It's very big. You can walk in with bug repellent and only have to worry about snakes attacking you because there's no onyx flying around. When a snake attacks you, you can shoot them down with arrows pretty quickly, pretty easily, and then you can just work on taming the arthros. If you'd like to see a little more in details on taming arthros in this cave, I have actually made a video on that as well as part of a PvP series that I did on Ark Mobile. I'll put the link at the top right of the video. Also, this cave is fantastic for Purlovias. It's a great spot to hide Purlovias. Just have your Purlovia follow you into there and just bury it wherever you want it to stay buried. Now, I don't suggest putting it near enemy creatures like the different spiders and snakes and stuff. I suggest putting it kind of in a secluded area, probably closer to like the beginning pathway or somewhere in one of those first large rooms. But it is a fantastic cave to hide Purlovias in. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what we get from tributing this specific artifact. Like I said, it's going to come from a pool of blueprints for hide gear. It's going to come from metal hatchets, metal picks for blueprints for those, fishing rods, soothing balm, and I think a shield as well, a wooden shield. Like I said, it's the early game cave, but all of those items are actually pretty useful. So it looks like we got a hide gear and a hatchet blueprint, which usually they're all ascended, so that's pretty awesome. Now, one more thing I do want to show you guys is how easy it is to farm soothing bombs from this cave and how fast it is. So I'm going to do like a timed speed run, and we're going to see how fast I can actually run the cave, bring the artifact back to the obelisk and tribute it and get that soothing bomb. Like I said, it's a great early game cave. I mean, you can get the 10 times soothing bomb so quickly. It's a matter of minutes. And when you're in the early game, that's super useful because you can tame all sorts of creatures within one feeding when you have a 10 times soothing bomb. So let me go ahead and get back to the cave and then we will speed run this Hunter Cave. And we are back at the cave. Let's go ahead and park the Pteranodon. Let's start running in. Oh, and check the clock, of course. Want to make sure we know how long this actually takes. And let's just dive right into this. And by the way, guys, if you're finding this video helpful at all in any way whatsoever, if you enjoyed the video, if you just want to support me and my content in general, please hit that thumbs up button. That like on the video really will help me out. It lets YouTube know that, hey, this video is good. I should show this video to other viewers, and then other viewers see it and they're like, hey, this guy's pretty cool, I should subscribe. So it really does help out. So if you can click that thumbs up button, that would be highly appreciated. Also, I stream weekly Tuesday nights 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All the links to my Discord, everything that I do, and I have description down below. Check them out if you haven't already, and subscribe obviously if you haven't already. Let's go ahead and get through this cave though. I need to make sure I'm focused because as you see, I just got hit by a spider. Obviously I don't want to knock out when I'm showing you guys how easy it is to run this super fast and farm tons of soothing balms. We are almost up. All right, we need to grab the artifact. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Kind of had to run around a little bit because as you saw, those creatures. So definitely don't want to get hit twice. Sometimes if you're high enough level, you can actually get hit once or twice and not worry about getting knocked out, especially by the spiders and not the snakes. But even one hit from the snake, sometimes you can survive if you have the right torpidity and torpor levels. Not torpor levels, I'm sorry, the right fortitude levels. If you have levels in fortitude, it actually decreases the effect on you from torpor. So just something to notate. Also, when you're trying to do a tutorial on running a cave, try not to talk about too many complicated things while you're actively trying to speedrun the cave, because it can get a little confusing. So we are almost out of the cave. Once we are out, I'm going to also show you guys flying back to the obelisk. Now, obviously, if you don't have a bird, it'll take you longer to get to an obelisk and tribute it. But if you have any Pteranodon at all or any bird at all, it'll, of course, speed up the process. This Pteranodon may be a high level, but even if you have a low level Pteranodon, if you've leveled your movement speed, you will be able to fly just as fast. So let's go ahead and get back here. Hopefully this first run actually gives us a soothing balm so I can show you how fast, because you will not get a soothing balm every single run. It's usually 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 that you'll get it 50% of the time, 50% of the time, or like I said, 1 and 3 times. Soothing balm is one of the common items to get in this cave, so it's definitely worth doing. It really is. If you don't have any tames, super useful cave, because you can get a few soothing balms gathered up and go tame your starter creatures. So let's go ahead and fly down here. How long has it been? It's been about 3 minutes, I think. Yes, it has been 3 minutes. That's how long it took to run the cave, and we had a little bit of problem there at the beginning of the cave, and fly back to the obelisk. 3 minutes. As you can see, I'm also dehydrated, so I need to get water soon, but that's okay. And it looks like we got a balm, so there you go. 3 minutes, 1 balm, easy peasy. Anyways, guys, that's how you run the cave in the south, the Hunter Cave. That's what you get from it. That's why this cave is important. It really is an important cave. It's super easy for advanced players, but it's definitely an important cave, especially in the early game. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help me out. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Dark, and I will see you next time.